Hi, welcome back to Detailing World. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at why AutoGlym have 3 different shampoos available to you, what the differences are between them and which one may be suited better for you. First of all, this is not like a comparison against other videos. I'm also not going to be saying which one's the best one. I'm just going to be going through why there's 3 different ones and see basically if they perform as the products say that they do, and yeah, hopefully you can decide which one will be the best suited for you. So yeah, when you're browsing through your local motor factors or through the local supermarket, you may notice that there's a couple of different shampoos available from AutoGlym. Usually though, it's the Bodywork conditioner that you see, typically the green label one. That's the most common one. That's probably one that most of us have started with. I know for me, it's probably the first proper car shampoo I ever used. We'll get to that in a moment and we'll go through each of the products one by one. So starting off, we've got the UHD, the ultra high definition shampoo. Now this retails for about £16.30 on Amazon at the moment at the time of recording this video. On the AutoGlym website, it's listed at about £19.10. So this is the most expensive, and that is for a litre. The second one is the pure shampoo then. You'd be forgiven if you've never heard of this one. I know I don't see this on the shelves as much. Usually it's the UHD shampoo or the Bodywork shampoo conditioner, the green label one that you see quite often. But that is the pure shampoo in a bluey purpley label. Now this retails for about £9.50 on Amazon at the time of recording this video. On AutoGlym's website, you're looking at about £9.20 for this. I have checked the MSDS sheets of all of these products and also checked the website for more information. All the products do say they're wax safe as well, so it's worth bearing that in mind. But this pure shampoo does say basically it doesn't leave anything behind. It is literally just a pure shampoo to clean the car. So the third and final one then is the Bodywork shampoo conditioner. Now this one, I think pretty much anyone who's into detailing will have used this, definitely will have seen this. You get this in your gift packs at Christmas. Yeah, it's everywhere, and I know this is one that I started with. This retails for £10.40 on Amazon at the moment, and on the AutoGlym website it's listed around about £8.84, so this is the sort of middle of the range price, at least on Amazon anyway, out of the 3. So first of all, I've just made a few notes on each of these then, and just go through those quickly, just to try and see what makes each of them stand out from the other. So the ultra high definition shampoo, that says it's high foaming and leaves a high gloss finish. The description of the pure shampoo basically narrows it down to it being high foaming and a pure shampoo rather than having any sort of wax agents in there or anything like that. Cleans extremely well without leaving anything behind and is wax safe. As I said, all of these do seem to be wax safe. And the Bodywork shampoo basically says it's low foaming, leaving behind a water repellent film. It doesn't say it contains wax, but it does indicate it's leaving something behind to help you dry and sheet the water off quickly. So yeah, they're the 3 products. That's the quick outline of each description and the price point for each of those. So next then we're going to be mixing up the products. Now all of these instructions are instructions into 10 litres of water. So first thing I did is I got 9.3 litres of water into each bucket, and because I'm going to give them a 5-second blast with a pressure washer later, and I know that pumps out about 700 ml, so that'll get me to the 10 litres quantity that I need. The ultra high definition shampoo, that one suggests 4 capfuls per 10 litres. I've also measured a cap, and 1 cap is 8 ml. So that's basically 32 ml into 10 litres of water, which is not too bad. A lot of shampoos out there, you are looking sort of 20 to 40 ml. So I suppose that falls right in the sort of mid-range. For most shampoos out there, at around about 30 ml per 10 ml of water. The pure shampoo and the Bodywork shampoo conditioner, they both recommend 2 capfuls per 10 litres of water. However, they both seem to have a different cap to the UHD shampoo, and their caps measure 10 ml each. So 2 capfuls, easy maths there, is 20 ml into 10 litres of water. And that's really, really economical. As I said, a lot of shampoos seem to be around 20 to 40. That's right at the lower end there. That's a bang on 20 ml into 10 litres of water. Now, realistically, for one wash, I'm usually using 15 to 20 litres. I pretty much fill a bucket of water. So you are going to be using, dilute that upwards a bit to a 15 or a 20 litre bucket, and you're looking at either 30 ml of product or 40 ml of product, depending on how much you're using. For the UHD, off the top of my head, you're going to be looking at either 48 ml of product or 64 ml of product. So yeah, just bear that in mind. You will go through a bottle of UHD shampoo twice as fast as you will a pure shampoo or the Bodywork shampoo conditioner. So with all the buckets water mixed up, then I've just made a few notes here on initial first impressions of each. So the UHD, I put down the viscosity. It was very, very thick as you were pouring it out of the bottle. The smell, it smells really nice. I know it's not massively important, but at the same time it is part of the detailing experience, especially when you're paying more than £15 for a bottle of shampoo. You want it to be a nice experience. So the smell, I'm not sure what it smells like, but it's like a shampoo or a bubble bath. Probably something your missus uses. It's a very familiar smell. It's a very, very nice smell. It feels quite slick in the water as well. So that's quite nice. So it gives you yeah, some confidence that you know it's going to be slick when it gets onto the contact of the car. And then bubbles, although I was only swishing it about, quite a few bubbles, and that was literally just to clear out the cap of the bottle. So yeah, very impressed with that on the first impressions of the UHD. So next up we've got the pure shampoo then, and again for viscosity I've got pretty much average, so it wasn't as thick as the UHD, and it wasn't really, really runny either. So it was literally in between the two products. It was quite in the middle in terms of thickness out of the bottle. As for the smell, I thought it smelled of cherries. That was my first impression. I think that's kind of what it is. It doesn't say on the bottle, as I said, that's not massively important, but for some people, they do want a nice smelling product. So it smells a bit cherry-like, or maybe even marzipan, but I think it was cherry. Slickness in the bucket felt okay. As I say, it's quite difficult to test slickness really between your fingers, but we'll get onto that later on in some of the testing. And then bubbles beforehand. Again, this was just clearing out the cap, and it sort of foamed up a similar amount as the UHD did. So yeah, it seems to give the same amount of bubbles, although they seem to disappear a lot quicker when left some time. So after I prepped all of these, I cleaned all the wheels, snow foamed the car. It took about half an hour to do that, and there was still a lot of bubbles in the UHD bucket. And then finally, the Bodywork Shampoo Conditioner. That was probably the runniest in terms of viscosity out of them all, so it just came out quite quick. It's a nice green colour, just like basically the product label. Smell, just smells like car shampoo, nothing that blows you away, not nasty or anything like that. It just smells like a car shampoo, and it just took me back about 20 years from when I first passed my driving test, and like I said, it's probably one of the first products after Fairy Liquid that I ever used. Slickness in the bucket, couldn't feel too much on first impression. To be honest, it is quite difficult when you've got 10 litres of water to notice a little bit of viscosity in between your fingertips. But yeah, didn't really notice much. Bubble wise, as I was shaking about, you can see it in the footage yourself. A few bubbles, not a lot, but like I said, we're going to blast that with a pressure washer later on anyway. So yeah, we'll get onto the use of each product. So on to some actual real world testing then. So we'll start off with the UHD once again. Again, some initial thoughts that I've jotted down here. So once you've foamed it up with the pressure washer in the bucket, there are an absolute ton of suds from this. Those suds also stay on the car as well. They transfer very well from the pad to the car. No matter if your pad's saturated or quite ringed out, you get a lot of suds all over the car, which is absolutely great to see. Because one, you know where you've been and you know where you've washed the car. And two, you just know those suds are encapsulating all of the dirt particles on there and keeping those away from the car as well. So it's a much safer wash as well. So bubbles are not just there for show, they do actually do a little something as well. As for the rinse was a bit sudsy as well. It was as though it was still foaming up when you were rinsing it off. It did leave the paintwork a little flat from what I could see. But yeah, that might have just been my experience. You might be slightly different. It says it leaves a high gloss finish. So I don't know if it's supposed to leave something behind, but it did seem a little flat on the bonnet. We are going to do some testing in a moment on the spare bonnet out here. We'll do some live testing, so to speak. So as you can imagine, I've already done a lot of this testing. This is me just recapping what I've already done. But enough waffling, let's talk about the pure shampoo. So onto the pure shampoo then. We've got this one down as being plenty of suds in the bucket once you've dipped your pressure washer in and just foamed it up a little bit. However, they didn't seem to transfer well onto the paintwork. If your pad was saturated, then they just seemed to run off and disappear, and you wouldn't really know where you've been. If you kind of ringed your pad out, so you know it's had high concentration of shampoo in there at some point, but you've ringed it out, you can get it to leave a few suds behind. So yeah, it doesn't leave a lot of suds on the product. The rinse, it rinsed off okay, and just like the UHD, this leaves the paintwork rather flat as well. But this one does say it is a pure shampoo. It is designed to remove all grime and basically road grease from your car. I find it strange that the MSDS sheets say it's wax safe, but there's no mention of that on the product. On the product it says finished with rapid aqua wax. So for me, with it saying quickly breaks down every contaminant from your vehicle, I think this may actually remove some wax. Don't quote me on that, but being a pure shampoo, and I know some pure shampoos will degrade wax over time. I'm not saying it strips it, but I think it may degrade it over time. So that's the initial thoughts on the pure shampoo. And then finally, the Bodywork shampoo and conditioner. Again, an absolute classic. I keep saying it, but I think most people have used this at some point. So you dip this in the pressure washer. Again, it foams up nicely. They do disappear quicker than the others. They stuck around for the entire wash, so I'm not saying they just disappear out of the bucket, but they disappeared quicker than the others, let's say. We'll have a look at the buckets in a moment. Onto the pad and onto the panel of the car, pretty much non-existent no matter what you do. It does say on here though, again I'll just go through the description, our low foaming solution contains a water repellent film. So it even says it's low foaming, and it does show on the car. That does make a bit of a downside that you can't see where you've been. And I know myself, you know, 20 years ago when I was first using this, I would probably use too much of this just because I wanted to see the suds on the car. So if you follow the instructions, 2 caps into 10 litres, it's not going to be the sudsiest thing on the car. You may end up overdosing it just because you want to see the suds on the car. But anyway, that's that. Bear that in mind if you do go ahead with this shampoo. For the rinse, again, absolutely fine. The sheeting and beading, there was sort of like no beading there when you rinse it off. It did sheet and it did seem to dry itself a little bit quicker than the other 2 products, which again, it does say that on the back, that it leaves a water repellent film. And so we're going to test the scrap bonnet in a moment. We'll put all 3 of these side by side and we'll hopefully get a better idea as well. The sun's setting as well, so we can get some lights out there and control things so we can see things a little bit better. So yeah, we'll take a quick look at the buckets, see how the suds are doing. God, it must be now 5 hours they've been sat there, and then we'll do some live testing. Okay, so as I said, then these buckets have been sat here now for probably about 5 hours since it was last used. This one here is the ultra high definition shampoo. So this is one that says it's the most sudsiest, and when I've seen reviews online, it does say they stick around for ages. And yeah, the entire surface of that bucket is covered in suds, and it's quite a thick amount just up here as well. This is the pure shampoo. Again, the entire surface is covered with the suds. Not a build up around the edges like there is on the UHD one along there. So yeah, that would fall exactly where I expected it to fall. And this is the Bodywork shampoo and conditioner. Again, the entire surface is almost covered. You've got this gap here. I've not disturbed these at all. We have got a bit of a build up around here. So as I say, they don't totally disappear. But obviously I think the ultra high definition one is the sudsiest of the lot on these first impressions, if that really means much to you. Okay, so now for a little bit of live testing then. First of all, apologies in advance. Whenever I seem to record outside, everyone seems to come by with a loud exhaust, or an ambulance gets called or something like that. So here we've got the pure shampoo, we've got the UHD in the middle, and we've got the Bodywork shampoo conditioner on the right hand side. So we're going to give each section a quick wash down with the solutions we've already got mixed up. We'll test them for sheeting and beading abilities, and then we'll give them a dry down and we'll take them inside, see if these products add any slickness to the paintwork to aid in future washes, to make things easier, and see if it helps dirt glide off basically. So yeah, let's dive in and give these all a quick test. Okay, so first of all, we'll start off on the pure shampoo then. So this is a absolute soaked mate, a little bit of squeezing of the excess. So here we go, let's get plenty of product on the panel there. We'll let that sit on while we do the rest, and then we'll rinse them all off together at the end. And there's that road noise I was talking about. Next, the UHD shampoo. So as I said, same process, absolutely soaking mitt, and then just squeeze some of the excess out. There's plenty in there. Just got these sheets over just to squeeze that out, and you can see what I was talking about earlier. Plenty of suds. We'll come back to this in a moment actually before we do give it a final rinse. And then finally the Bodywork Shampoo. We'll give this side a rinse down. This panel, by the way, this has all been prepped beforehand. This was the one that we polished probably at the start of lockdown, me and the missus. So if you're not seeing that video, I'll put a link in the top. Yeah, so it's all been polished in IPA prior to this. So on first impressions, you can see what I was saying earlier about the UHD. That is the most sudsy of all the products, and I'll squeeze some out in a minute. The Pure Shampoo, there's a few suds here and there, not many that spill over, but down here there's a few suds rather from the Pure Shampoo. And then the Bodywork Shampoo Conditioner, it does say it's low foaming, pretty much nothing on there. We'll go ahead and squeeze these mitts out onto there and just quickly show you again. So this is the Pure Shampoo again. Let's squeeze a lot of that out. This is like a dry mitt now, you know, when you get towards the end of a detailing session, and normally it's quite concentrated. Try as you might, not many suds coming out of that there. Moving on to the UHD shampoo, let me just get the mitt all ready. Rinse a lot of that out so it doesn't cross over to the other sections. And again, this is near enough a dry mitt right now. You can see my hands. Immensely foamy. As I said, this is 4 capfuls as per the instructions. And that's immensely foamy. So yeah, there's no disputing that one there. And last but not least, the Bodywork Shampoo and Conditioner. Again, let's just get this here and wring as much out as possible. Let's get rid of that from next door, from the UHD. Yeah, the few suds, but once you spread it around, they practically go. So yeah, that's a close look at the 3 shampoos, and you can see straight away the UHD shampoo is the one that is the sudsiest of the lot by far. This Pure Shampoo has a few suds there. The AutoGlym Bodywork Shampoo Conditioner, pretty much non-existent. However, the Bodywork Shampoo Conditioner does say it helps aid drying and repelling water. So we're going to give these a rinse now. They've all been sat just a couple of minutes while I've been adjusting the camera. We'll give these a rinse out, and hopefully then the Bodywork Shampoo, where it lacks in suds and possible slickness, we don't know until we test that, it makes up for in water repellent. So yeah, let's clear this panel of the products and mitts and we'll give this a rinse down. Righto, so yep, got water, and let's give these a rinse. So first impression is none of them offer really any beading. We've just quickly looked then. The conditioner one is drying up just here. I don't know if you can quite see that on camera. I think you can. It's drying off down here. The Pure, well, let's just spin you around a sec. Is just, obviously it's sheeting a bit here. We didn't really wash this area, but it's sheeting there. The UHD, sat there. I mean, is it because it's in the middle, it's flatter? I don't know. Spin back around to the conditioner. That is drying itself. It's not sheeting off, but it's all dry up to there, about halfway down there. You can pretty much see a nice line there. So it's all dry along there, basically. So yeah, we'll put this up against the wall and see how it differs when it's vertical instead of horizontal. So again, another rinse. So we've got a rinse there with it vertical. We'll just bring the camera in. So again, this is the Bodywork Shampoo Conditioner, and that is beading a little bit there, as well as drying off a lot quicker. The UHD is not really drying much there. There's a little bit of drying happening up there, but the rest of it pretty flat. And the pure, tiny bit of beading up top, a little bit of drying just about here. If you can make that out on camera, I think you can just about see. A little bit of drying just happening there on the pure. As I say, the UHD, nothing. The Bodywork shampoo is actually almost dry. There's a little bit of beading left just up and down here, so it does do exactly what it says it's supposed to do. Finally, a quick sheeting test with some open running water, as though you was just using an open hose. Again, I think the Bodywork shampoo conditioner is the one to look out for here. So yeah. You see along the top just there, it's coming down quite quickly. The pure is just about there, and the UHD is still there. So I think we'll give that to basically the Bodywork shampoo conditioner on the right hand side, doing exactly what it says it should do. Right, so that's the live close-up testing done then. The results are a little bit kind of expected, a little bit unexpected as well in some areas. So the pure shampoo, we'll start with that first. Nowhere near as sudsy as I expected it to be. The description does say it's a high foaming shampoo. There's a lot of suds in the bucket, but not when you get to the panel. Very flat when you rinse it off, which I kind of expect from a product like this, which claims to strip all the traffic film and grime from your car. As I say, the MSDS sheets say it's wax safe, but I think it may degrade over time. That might be another video in the future. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see that. The UHD shampoo, again, exact same results as I had on my car, and pretty much matched the description and the brief notes that I made about the description beforehand, and that is a high foaming, high sudsy product. Where it did surprise me a little bit was the rinse at the end. Basically, there was little sheeting, very little beading. I mean, I'm not expecting these products to bead because none of them claim to contain wax, so that's fine. But I thought it would help sort of rinse and sheet off, but it doesn't claim it will anyway. So if you're wanting a product like that, this one's a bit iffy, but it may work well if you've got a car with UHD ceramic or UHD wax already applied. Again, it's not something I've had a chance to test, but I can possibly look at doing that in the future if that's what you guys want. And then lastly, it was the Bodywork shampoo conditioner, and that one pretty much met all the expectations on the bottle. It claims it's a low foaming product, and yep, pretty much no foam. There's suds in the bucket, not on the panel. Not a problem. It matches up to what it says basically. I mean, I would like to see suds, but that will be due to the makeup of the ingredients. And one of those ingredients claims to help sheet water and aid in drying, which you can see out of the three products, it does sheet the best of the three and helps dry the best of the three. I'm not going to refer to other brands and other products today in this video, just comparing these three, but yeah, out of the three, that sheeted the best. So next we're just going to test the slickness and see if any of these products have left behind anything to aid in slickness. I'm going to grab a couple of spot polishing pads, all clean, all new, all the same. Basically we'll just do a quick sort of slickness test. We're going to do one as the panel is now all dried but where the shampoo has been, and then we'll do another by just applying a small dab of pure shampoo to the back and see which one slides down the quickest. So yeah, let me set that up and we'll quickly check that one out. Right, so what we're doing here, let me try and get in frame. Hello. Basically we've got three pads here. They're all the same, the Menzerna hard compounding pads, spot pads, all unused. We've basically got three of these. We're gonna do about 9 runs, so we'll do 3 tilts basically. See which one starts sliding first. See if the shampoos themselves leave anything behind, and then we'll rotate the pads to make sure there's no anonymous differences with the pads. Also, I want to give a big thanks to John at Forensic Details. I'm basically copying an idea he used when I think he tested ceramic coatings, and he used applicators to slide down. So yeah, let's get out of this weird position, do some tilting, and I don't know what this proves, by the way, but we'll have fun trying. So this is attempt number 1. Let's have a go. See which one shifts first and then second. So that was Pure first. I think this was joint second. I can't remember which one moved. We'll see in the edit which one went in second place. I think it was UHD just. So let's put that one down as first, and then second for UHD, third for that. We'll do this again. So that was the shampoo conditioner, Pure, and then UHD. That was just Pure, shampoo, conditioner, and then UHD. So far, Pure seems to be the best. We're just going to move everything to the right, just to make sure there's no differences in the pads. And we'll do this again. And then once again, we'll move everything across one, like so. Final round, another 3 tests this way. So just like a game of golf then, lowest score wins here. Pure got 16, UHD got 21, and the conditioner got 17. I don't really know what this shows, if anything. It just kind of shows how slippy this bonnet is, I imagine. But there are other variable factors to be considered, such as how well was it polished and was I tilting it the same. So this might be a worthwhile, a pointless test. I won't leave it in this video though. I've got a glass pane behind me. Absolutely nothing on that. I'm going to apply a neat bit of product onto these. And yeah, we'll do similar, but this time instead of seeing if there's anything left behind, we will literally be testing the pure raw slickness of each product. So I'll get that set up and I'll come back to you. Right, so I think you can see what I mean, what I'm going to do here then. So let's take the Bodywork Shampoo conditioner here. We'll just apply the tiniest amount possible to the back of that. It's quite a lot because, as I said earlier, it's very, very runny, and we'll just, there we go. Let's get that spread. We'll mop up the excess in a moment. Do the same with the UHD ceramic, or UHD shampoo, should I say. So this one's thicker, as you can tell. Half of that is on the bottle. So let's get that mixed into the back of this. Again, I don't know if this is going to show anything at all, but hey, it's fun trying. And then finally the Pure shampoo. It's not as runny as the others, well, as the Bodywork shampoo. But you can see it coming out just there. I'm just trying to get, there we go, whoopsie daisy, a bit too much again. I might have to apply a little bit of UHD again, because that's at the least out of all the pads. So here we go. Really, I should have probably measured this out, to be totally fair, but as I said, I don't know what this really proves. Let's apply a tad more of this. There we go, that makes it about even, I think. So, there we have it. 3 pads, all with the shampoos on. We'll move over to the double glazing pane that I've got. So got the shampoo, conditioner, UHD and Pure. Let's go.
What happened next?
Just to give you an idea where I am here, so I can do this one-handed. I'm nearly vertical. This test doesn't work. And where we're going, all this does is show if you can use shampoo to stick things vertically. Yeah. In fact, let's see how far over we can go. That was the UHD. We're past 90 degrees. We're still going. Still going. Yeah. This doesn't show anything. we'll finish this video off, I think. Right, so there we have it then. Despite the failure at the end there, that is the 3 shampoos tested from AutoGlym. So they have the ultra high definition shampoo, the Bodywork shampoo conditioner, and the pure shampoo. So quickly going over each of them then, hopefully you can make your own decisions from this video, which one will be best suited for you. I'll let you know in a moment which one I would personally go with out of the 3. The pure shampoo, that was okay. I think that'd be great for a wash every 3 to 6 months, where you want to maybe strip away any sort of wax that's close to end of its life, basically. I think if you've got a wax on there that's been on there, say 3 months, and it's starting to die off, I think hitting it with a pure shampoo will help strip that off, and get ready for basically the spring, winter, whatever kind of detail you're doing. I think the pure shampoo will be great for that. The shampoo and conditioner, I think that one would be an ideal product for someone who's just getting into detailing, or maybe if you're looking for Father's Day presents, which, as I'm recording this, is actually tomorrow, but when this goes out, it'll be too late to mention that. But yeah, I think if you're looking for Christmas presents, birthday presents, a kit containing the Bodywork shampoo conditioner, that is going to be great, because it's going to add a little bit of something there to help dry the car at the end of a quick detailing or valeting session, depending on whatever you want to refer it to as. But yeah, that is usually the entry shampoo a lot of people use. And then finally onto the ultra high definition shampoo. This is the most expensive of the lot at over £15. That is for a litre though. However, as I say, you do use twice as much of that. That said, that is probably the nicest looking, the nicest use. I really did enjoy using the high definition shampoo. Once I'd done the car art, that's the one I went over the entire car with at the end as well. So yeah, they've all got the purpose. So you see it a lot from manufacturers that they'll have a couple of shampoos, 3, 4, even 5 shampoos available, all claiming to do different things. And I know you see stories on the internet that, oh, it's the same shampoo but in a different bottle, or it's a different colour. In this case, not. They all did act differently. Whether it's to do with the foam in the bucket, the suds on the car, or the drying and sheeting abilities afterwards, they all do behave very, very differently. Out of the 3, my favourite is, probably no surprise, is the ultra high definition shampoo. It was just the most pleasurable to use. Yes, it's the most expensive of the lot, but you know, detailing, it's a hobby, it's something you do enjoy doing. It's not, for a lot of people, it's not just going out to wash your car. If you're just wanting to wash your car, people are probably going to use washing up liquid. But yeah, if you're wanting to spend a little bit more to look after your car, sometimes you don't mind. So yeah, that one would be my preferred choice. So yeah, I know it's been quite a long video, but hopefully you have found this useful then. If you have, please make sure you smash that like button. Let us know in the comments below, out of these 3, which one do you think you would go with? And also let us know as well if you want me to do any more of these sort of product comparisons within the same range. So as I say, I know there's other companies out there that will have multiple products within the same range. So whether it's multiple shampoos, multiple glass cleaners, whatever it may be, if there's anything you want us to do, let us know below. Also, if you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure you do consider subscribing to us as well. It really does help us out. You can check us out on Instagram as well at Detailing World Official. If you want to see all the behind the scenes as I'm doing this on the day, check us out at Randomly Set as well. That's my own account on there. You can also support us on Patreon as well for even further sort of exclusives behind the scenes as well over on there. And the last plug is check out our merch store. You should see some links below if you're watching on the main YouTube website right now. We're just basically revamping some, we're adding some new designs to our already existing designs. So yeah, give that a check as well. And that's pretty much it. So hope to see you in the next video.